And we're live. Welcome to Saga City, episode three? Three, four?
Yeah, this is three, I think.
Episode three. Where we talk I can't even pronounce that word. To the
Repatriation.
repatriation to the motherland. Saga City Publishing. No, Sagacity Publishing, Saga City book series.
Mhm.
Um Same word, pronounced different, but little wordplay, little wordplay. But yeah, Sagacity Publishing, Saga City book series. Um, yeah, on the Art on Decks platform and a few other platforms. I'm about to jump on this fan base in a minute. What's up with you and fan base? You ever get your things straightened?
I say we will have to have a family meeting,
Oh man.
right? Because as you can see, oh, they don't want me to tell. There you go.
Damn. Yeah, it's a wrap for that. I think something happened. I think so. Who is Okie dokie? All right, let me jump into my. All right, I'll probably do this first. Bow, bow, bow. Put that right here. All right, cool. Yeah, so let's talk about this repatriation first before we start. I want to just pose some questions, answer some questions. This episode, I want to talk about what's the first things any person would need to go to Africa, right? What's some of the things necessity? Somebody's at home thinking right now, I want to go to Africa. What's the first few steps they need to take, and what's the necessity for them to actually go?
Okay,
From
okay,
your profession of you being, I've only been there one time, but from
yeah,
somebody at home just thinking about it.
okay. So besides knowing exactly where you want to go,
Bow. So number one, where?
right? Where you want to go,
Because
um, do the knowledge, right? Do your research on the place that you're considering visiting, and then um, also the relationship and the travel policies, right?
mm,
The tourism policies between your home country and the country on the continent that you're considering, visiting. My reason for saying that is because depending on that relationship, it could determine whether or not you have to apply for a visa beforehand, or you know um, whether you'll be able to actually purchase a tourist visa upon arrival, right? So no, that's something to definitely think about, right? Before first, where you're considering going, where you want to go, what's the relationship between your home country and that country? How does it affect the policies in terms of tour, you being able to acquire a tourist visa, visiting visa, etc., so on. And after that, I would say, you know, um, you want to figure out whether or not there are some other things that you need or required to have before you go. Like, for instance, certain countries may require that you receive certain vaccines before you go. And yeah, this is even before the whole coronavirus, you
scam.
know, Yeah, yeah. But even before that whole thing, right? There were countries that might require you get vaccinated for malaria, or
Mm.
something give you an option between taking the vaccine or some pills, right, for malaria. Um, getting vaccinated for yellow fever, right? So these are a couple, really the main two that you normally hear when going over there, for certain places. Like for Ghana, the yellow fever vaccine is required.
You
But
serious?
huh?
You serious?
Oh yeah, long time, long time,
Huh?
right? Yeah, for sure.
Are we like in America? Do we? Is that like a vaccine that we kind of get when we're a kid?
No, 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 no,
No.
no, no.
So
Right?
everybody who was in Ghana had to get the yellow fever joint.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta show proof, right? That you received that particular shot. It's the yellow fever. That's something that you also get from the mosquitoes and stuff like that. And depending on where you're at, if you're
I
like
never heard of that.
out in the country or in the bush, the time of year that you go, if it's the raining season, because they don't have like a winter, right? They have a raining season, right? A wet season.
Yeah.
So, you know, and going during those times, the mosquitoes might be a
Oh,
little,
rampant.
yeah, you know what I mean? So, they definitely recommend you get the option of whether you want to take the shot for the for malaria or take the pills that they have for it. But for yellow fever, they definitely that was mandatory because you can end up over there feeling very bad, right?
Damn. I never. Okay. Okay. So is that the same thing? People like going back to like all right, the shots and stuff, whatever.
Mhm.
Is that what people talk about when they say, "Oh, you gotta get a shot to go to Africa," kind of thing? Is that
Yeah, I
what you?
mean, I think that's kind of like an assumption. Again, we have a bad habit of treating Africa like
Yeah,
a
and why
country.
only Africa? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why not?
Yeah.
The Dubai? Why not? Like, why not South America? Why not like you
Well,
only?
I don't know. Like I say, is that really the case? Like,
Ain't nobody going to Tulum getting no shot, or the what or these other dot places that people go like they just go freely. They just out there Instagram having fun. Ain't no shots out there. Ain't getting no shots to go to these. I mean, I'm talking about resorts and stuff, but
nah.
still the same country. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I can't speak on Tulum, and it's not a universal thing in Africa. It's a country to
Yeah,
country,
certain countries. Yeah, certain countries.
right?
But I
So
hate that they yeah by you saying that like the Pacific countries, that's understandable. But just socially, like even when I went, I people, oh, you gotta get the shot. I'm like, what? Like you don't even know where I'm going. Like this,
yeah,
like this that whole thing. Like you know what I'm saying? Like this, like barriers that keep people from going. Oh,
yeah,
I was gonna go, but the shot costs $700, and and that's too much. Then you gotta get a plane ticket. It was like, yeah. But
yeah,
for Egypt, there was no mandatory shot, right?
yeah.
Because
No
I didn't go.
shots, no shots for Egypt, right? For
No
Kemet, but
shots for the Arab countries.
but but right, if you go into the Sudan, um, there is you have to have the yellow fever shot for the Sudan, right?
The climate change different. The climate is
Yes, it's definitely more tropical, right? Than Egypt, right? But even during certain times in Egypt, they say they don't have like high cases of malaria there, but
yeah.
malaria is a thing there, right?
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying, so the further south you go, the more humid or wet the climate, gets, the more mosquitoes kind of become, a factor, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know somebody that got, they went to, you know, uh, Uganda,
Okay.
last year doing the whole thing, right? They went to Uganda, and they ended up with malaria. And from what I understand, it was very, very bad. They thought they was up out of here, and everybody thought they was up out of here. Actually, they thought that this person had contracted, the Rona, right?
Mm.
But it ended up being malaria, and they survived it, right? They survived it, but you know it's not. I've heard, like, I got a couple of folk that have had those experiences where they went to, let's say, Ghana, and they didn't you know take the shot. They opted for the pills, but they didn't take the pills either, right?
Okay.
And they ended up feeling bad, right? They thought they was
Even after they took the pills for the malaria.
huh?
You said even after they took pills for
No, no,
malaria.
no, they didn't take it.
Oh, they didn't take it.
Yeah, they just like, yo, give me the pills because I'm not gonna take the shot, but they didn't take the pills either.
Uh, I'm trying to put these rails on. How you put these rails on? Okay, okay, okay.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
I'm bugging. It's not rails. Discard video. All right. So speak. All right. So you have to. So we question going to Africa for the first time. You have to figure out where you want to go, right?
Yeah,
Now, another thing that you mentioned before is also when you want to go, right? As far as like, say, like even with Egypt, you have two separate trips. You do a winter and a summer.
yeah.
What's the I went in the wintertime. It felt like summer, right? So like what's the significance of that? Like choosing the actual time. Rainy season, cold, hot, like I was actually planning. Well, I'm still kind of planning a trip to Fiji. They were saying like the rainy season, you just don't want to go. You don't want to go in the middle of the ocean. It's not a good time to go there during like certain months.
Hmm.
So Egypt or other parts of Africa, timing. How important is timing and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I say it's very important. Again, like with Fiji, like, depending on where you're trying to go, they may have a significant rainy season, and that could kind of curtail some of the things you might. Let's say you heard about something, you heard of, about the beaches in the beaches in, let's say, Cape Town, right? South
Mhm.
Africa, right? Or you heard about the beaches in Accra, right? Ghana, you know and you want to go, right? But you choose to go like in the fall or the
Yeah.
winter, and you think that you're going to escape the cold here, which you will, but you're going to run into like buku rain over there. You know what I'm saying? And the beaches might not be as dope during the rainy season. You know what I'm saying? As as if you would have gone during the summer or whatever the case would be. So, certain activities that you might, have in your mind to participate in some of these places. Some of them, some in some places, depending on what it is, it might not be available to you, right? During certain times of the year. Like, like you say,
True.
with hmm?
Now, is that true? True.
Yeah. It's that's important. Again, the rainy season is definitely going to bring more mosquitoes and stuff like that. If you are concerned about those types of things, right? So you might want to consider that. But besides that, you know, when you want to go, also, how much you pay for
Mm.
airfare, how much you pay for, certain. Let's say if you do like an official tour, right? Um, certain things cost. The cost varies depending on the time of the year, right? So
Yeah.
let's take, for instance, with Kemet, right, with Egypt, um, the summer is cheaper, right, for the tourism attractions
Okay.
and the cruises versus the winter, right? Really from the fall, because the official tourist season starts in September, right?
Mm.
So when you go like September through maybe like March or April or something like that, you can expect to pay more for the attractions there, right? The
Okay.
reason why they do that is because it's hot as hell in the summer, right? So most people like, I'm gonna wait till it's cooler to go. You know what I'm saying? And they wait till they're cooler. These folk are aware of that, they know it. So you know what I'm saying? They increase the price because the demand is high during that time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You
All
know what I
right.
mean?
So, knowing where you want to go, when you want to go, politics on, I guess, I don't even like saying that, like getting certain shots, but it's a real thing. You're saying like, so
Yeah,
certain countries,
that's
it's a real thing, whatever. I definitely want to go to Ghana.
See, Ghana tripping right now though, right? Because not only are they doing those, but Ghana, at least they were. I've been trying to check the thing every week. But a few months back, they did mandate the COVID-19 shot. You know what I'm saying? For tourists and
Who colonized Ghana?
uh
Britain.
yeah, the UK.
Yeah, probably don't make them niggas do that.
Well, they want to stay in good graces with the West or whatever. It appears to me, right? Anyway,
For white people, yeah.
you know,
They did do the thing with the chocolate though, right? They kept the
they did do that,
they did do
right?
that. We fighting a little bit. We fighting a little bit. All right, so repatronage to Africa. Where you want to go? When you want to go? Let's talk specifically about Egypt because that's where we went. Um, in order to go to Egypt, we're just gonna use that as an example because that's where we your company took me to.
Mm.
What's the name of the company?
Kukim, right? Kukim
Cool Kim.
tours.
Cool Kim Tour. So you you mentioned a visa. I didn't have to get a visa, right?
You did,
I got a visa.
yeah, of course,
You got
right?
it. Or I got it.
No, you got it.
I got a. Oh no, I got a. All right. Is the passport the same as a visa?
No, all right. So if you remember, right, when you got off in the airport, you went
Oh,
to
you
like,
get it there.
right.
Oh, okay. I thought. Okay. Yeah. I didn't do that. You get it. Okay. Yeah. You get it there.
Paid $25, right?
Oh,
They gave you the joint
okay.
and they stamped it in your
Passport.
yeah, they peeled it off and it was like a sticker they put in your passport,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like depending on the relationship between your country and the country you're visiting, that'll determine whether you can get that visa upon arrival or whether or not you have to apply for it months in advance, right?
Oh.
You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? All right. So what we did with in Kemet, that's is specific to like the US, um maybe the UK,
Everybody they own.
right? maybe Canada. I'm not sure, right? But definitely the US. I want to say the UK too. But
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
they're all
you don't have to
connected.
get an advantage.
Australia, all the white things are connected. They're
Yeah,
all on the same playing field.
yeah. But if you coming from South Africa,
Haiti, any kind of
anywhere like that,
any black, yeah, 100%. Yeah,
yeah, you gotta apply. You gotta apply in advance.
yeah, we get to go. We kind of I don't say lucky. We or fortunate. We arrogant a little bit where like we don't realize because we in America we just we good kind of thing far as going places like that whatever. But vice versa, it ain't as easy for other people to do it whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right.
Okay, so that get the passport, see where you going, far as any
Yeah, that's what you need a passport too.
need a passport,
Yeah,
and then there's a plane ticket, right? For the most part, you gotta see where you going when you want to go.
yeah. Plane
Passport,
ticket. I
plane
would
ticket.
recommend doing some research on the currency, on the language, right? The languages.
Mm,
Do some research on the languages that are spoken. Do they, is it a anglophone or francophone, right?
trying to
Country.
get, yeah,
What I'm
trying to get rid of
saying?
that though.
Yeah.
What was Kemet?
Well, it's an Arabic speaking country, but um, at least those that are in the tourist business, they're multilingual, right?
Yeah.
They speak several languages. But yeah, let's say Ghana is English, right? Anglophone, right? So everybody for the most part in Ghana speaks English, even though they have their indigenous languages too that they speak, like Twi and things of that nature, right?
Yeah.
But you know, if you go next door to Benin or Togo, it's francophone, it's French.
And they be beefing over that. I heard it'd be like, "What set you claim?" kind of thing, and the stupid. But,
Okay, you go to Senegal, it's French,
French, yep.
right? So you know,
Buma Fate Humala.
yeah, those type of things. You don't want to know. You don't want to know, right? The language, whether you encounter any language barriers, because that could make your trip a little more challenging potentially, right?
Yeah.
Um, but then also, the currency. Okay, depending on where you go, you might be good with a little. You know what I'm saying? Like a little
Is
bit.
that real? Because like, all right, let's talk about the currency real quick. We're gonna do another episode and really break down the currency because I actually got some currency over here. This is I got some currency over here. This is some Kemetic currency. Well, no, this is not Kemetic. This is well, this is Kemetic, but this is Egyptian, like modern day Egypt currency. But that face on there is Kemetic.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
but
That
so
ancestor, that's Ptah Hotel.
yeah, that's our answers right there. So we're gonna do a deeper. I got a couple of racks. I got a couple of racks. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Got a couple of racks. You know what I'm saying? That we're gonna do another episode where we break this down a lot. But until then, I like you hear like okay, the money is 20 times less or blah 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 or 15 times whatever it is. But from your experience, my experience, it is a little cheaper, but it's not exactly like what it describes to be, right? Because it feels like maybe we're in a tourist area, so they jack the price up a little bit, but it seems like
but
it kind of balances out a little bit.
it depends, right? Yeah, in the tourists, like okay, on the cruise,
Spend $20 on a necklace. I'm saying, like, I mean, that
yeah,
necklace does not cost $200.
yeah, depending on the type of passport you hold,
I spent $20 on a keychain. That keychain was not. You mean to tell me they paying $100 for that keychain? No, like you know what I'm saying?
I say, well, let's say this, right? What I found to be cheap, like over there, is food, right?
It was a
Uh
little, it was a little cheap. I'm
yeah,
gonna
I
say
mean,
like 30% off.
let's say for instance, you eat a euro, like
Gyro, yeah.
the lamb, yeah, right. So let's say over here, a euro sandwich um might cost you anywhere from $6 to $9,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
New York a
Um,
little bit more, but around that.
yeah, over there from 50 cent to $1.
I didn't see that kind of price change. All right, you bought the euro from like the street market,
Well, yeah, just the
little corner, like little.
they got little. It's like a chain, little
Because
chain.
I remember we went to a few spots.
Yeah.
We went to KFC one time.
If you go to KFC, you're gonna pay KFC prices.
We went to KFC. It was a tiny, like you know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
KFC.
Yeah,
They
and
gotta pay.
plus,
They gotta pay their landlord.
and plus, sometimes you get kind of well, you do the conversion, and it's a little cheaper, but it's not like whatever. But we did go to another spot and we ordered some chicken. I think like little chicken French fries, and it was maybe like about say like maybe like half price. It felt like I'm as far as what it felt like you know what I'm saying um what's the conversion over there? Is it $12 to one 20? What was it?
Right. I can't remember
Let me see.
2019, but right now it's like 18 to 1.
Egypt currency.
Yeah, I was just looking at it the other day because I'm actually in the process of organizing for the next joint.
Yeah, eight.
It's
Oh,
18 to 1, right?
18,
Yeah,
1840.
yeah, yeah. See, now first time I went, it was 1 to 7. Next
Dang.
time I went, it was like 1 to 11. The next time I went, it was like 1 to 20. You know what I'm saying? And that really a lot of that is based on how well the economy is doing, whether they had a good tourism season, etc., so on, right? So they're really just trying to. It's funny, right? Because when I went the first time, they were just fresh off of the revolution, right?
Yeah, I
And
remember that.
Arab Spring and all of that. So they was trying to bounce back. You know what I mean? And it was a few years on the bounce back, maybe like 3 years after the I want to say 2 or 3 years after the revolution, and it was like 1 to 7. Um, but they said it had been slow. And every year, it's like they were saying people are scared to come and this, that, and the third because of the revolution and all of that. So the economy started, it was kind of bad, so it went all the way up to like $1 equals 20 Egyptian pounds,
Mm.
right? Um, you know, Now they try to adjust their prices to keep them around a certain, marker. But, you know, the main thing is depending on where you go, you're going to either pay tourist prices or you're going to pay the native prices. You know what I'm saying? I try to stick to the spots where, okay, I'm going to pay what everybody else is paying. You know
So
what I mean?
let's talk about that real quick. How do you avoid paying tourist prices, right? It's clearly like where you're at, whatever. But people do live in these areas. Like we was what was the dude's name? Sabine, right? Sabine,
Where in,
Nubian house,
yeah,
and
something like that.
Sabine, whatever. And he lived in the area, and I mean we actually caught him out in the market, like shopping one time, whatever. So they do shop the same places we shop at too. and I'm assuming they don't pay, a
Yeah,
tourist
nowhere
price.
near the tourist price. No.
So what's your thoughts on how to avoid, like, how do you blend in? We're black, but
Well,
the dude,
that's your first advantage, right? Your first advantage.
black people, you need to go because you have an advantage. That you have many advantages over there, but that's
Yeah,
one advantage right there. You're black.
yeah,
Another
yeah,
reason why Jesus couldn't have been white because he to go hide over there, but we're not talking about that right now. Wait, I'm gonna go hide in Africa away from the Romans. Like,
yeah, 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 yeah. Real talk.
I'm gonna go hide in Africa. Oh, they never see me. All these big ass black statues and shit.
Shit.
Niggas, look, he just right next, they're right next to us. They coming. Jesus, why did you just pull this high right next to a statue? Why nigga we can see you?
Oh man. Yeah.
All right. We
Shit.
try to
Yeah.
get
Shit
kicked
don't
off of
make
YouTube.
sense, huh?
We about to get banned from YouTube. But happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter. No, I'm joking. um, yeah. So yeah. So how do you avoid paying these tourist prices? I got a few times. Remember, I think I'm not sure if you remember. One thing you did teach me too. You was like pace yourself.
Yeah.
Pace. You get excited the first day you go over the first day we go to Egypt, and you happy. You like you like this. You like let's go. What you like, yo, Daoud, pace yourself. I gave this dude. We was in some tune, and I think I gave him like $20 or $50 to take a picture.
50, 20 US dollars or
US only had US. No, I had other money, but I had and he was like, "Yo, you just you was like,
yeah,
you know what you just gave this dude? Like,
yeah,
he about to bring his wife over here for you."
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gave him 20. I think it was a 20. I think I gave him a 20. But you like, nah, bro. Like
Yeah.
just to take a picture. Something like that. I would just like whatever. But yeah, so what's your thoughts on avoiding paying these tourists?
Well, I say in the tourist shops, well, number one, haggle, right? So that's number one, haggle,
It's not a
right?
real price. There's no set prices.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It get kind of
Haggle.
annoying though, but it's a real thing.
Yeah, it's a real thing. And even outside of Egypt, even in Ghana, no matter where you go, like really anywhere you go that has like a traditional market type of situation going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um Haggling, right? Bartering,
Haggle.
or I say willing and dealing, right?
Yep.
I said bartering. I didn't mean to say bartering, but also bartering, like in Aswan.
No, bought no, they bought it. I remember this dude, what did he have? We was by the pyramids, the Great Pyramids, and I don't know if he had a T-shirt or he wanted my shirt, but my shirt was expensive. I was like, nah. And if I would have had like a Hanes shirt on or something, I would have been like, cool.
Yeah,
But I didn't have no. I think I was like, what do you? I think I had the bead. Like, what do you want? Like he's like, I think I tried to give him the beads, but he was like, I sell those. Like I'm good. Like he was
ah,
like, I was like, wait, my shirt? And he was like, yeah. I was like, nah, not this one. This is purple label. You can't take this one. But they really do barter though. They
yeah,
really
yeah, yeah.
do the trade thing. That's dope. I'm gonna next time I go. That is the actual thing I want to do. I want to bring a lot of stuff over there just to barter and give away, like just to kind of
Yeah.
trade.
Yeah,
Maybe you
it'll
could
be
do
an
stuff.
experience. It'll be an experience. You know what I'm
You do
saying?
experience. And also,
Yeah.
I may just bring some stuff over just to give. Maybe I do like a little, like a kind of a giveaway kind of fun or something like that, where I could get some donations, whatever, from like where I live at, and
Mm,
or even online or something, and go over there and just give back or something like that,
I can dig it. I can
like
dig it.
that. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Right now, there is actually a sister from Aswan um hit me a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks
mm,
ago, and she's doing. She actually partnered with a sister from here, from Texas. Not from New Orleans, but from Texas. Um, that they have a drive going where they're raising money for the women that live in the villages over there to open up a workshop so that they can start doing business for themselves and whatnot. Uh,
mm.
yeah, so let's say next time we come on, I'll try to make sure that we have that link there so that we can
We need to do that. We need
yeah,
to do that.
help them with that.
We
You
need to
know,
do that. When you took me to the Nubian village and us walking through there, I had so many thoughts about helping that community out as well too. You know what I'm saying? How you go online and you see like you always hear, oh, I built a school in Africa and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you mentioned we talking about real estate over there, like how cheap it is for certain things.
yeah.
And I'm thinking like same thing I was talking to you earlier off the live for going towards the future with stuff. Like,
Mhm.
what if we do build like schools or centers and like technology based, right? Where like things like online learning, like coding and things like that, like just go into the future. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do we need right now? SagaCity Publishing. We're looking for animators.
Mm.
What do we? Yo, about 5, 6, 7 computers, little center, some electricity,
Yeah.
and a couple of years, these dudes know how to do it. Like it's cheaper because it's out of the country. That's what they do in India and Philippines and stuff. Like, why can't we do that with these African countries and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's something we could definitely do.
Nigeria does that, but Nigeria kind of is not it's a little more I guess more established a little bit, I guess,
Mhm.
than Egypt.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. Just everybody got their. Let's say it depends on what you're talking about. So
Like in
most people,
technology, like in
yeah,
animation and
it
stuff
depends,
like
right? So think
that.
about it like this. Okay, so Nigeria, when most folk think Nigeria, they really mean Lagos, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
so
yeah.
Lagos is like Brooklyn. It's like
New York
Manhattan.
City. Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? When they think, for instance, they think ain't no black folk in Egypt, right? Because most people think Cairo when they think Egypt. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah, the Arabs. Yeah,
Yeah, but if you go throughout the country, you start to see people that look familiar, right?
yeah.
So
Even in Cairo.
yeah, even in Cairo, definitely even in
Yeah,
Cairo.
but you do
uh,
see a different. Yeah, you do see an influx of white Arabs.
you know, but it's a how you say, it's a you gotta realize like Cairo has 20 million people that live in Cairo.
Hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like you got states that don't have 20 million people in
Yeah,
some states. You know what I'm saying? Cairo has 20 million people in Cairo alone, right? You know, but most African countries have a metropolis, right? They have a city that's you know quote unquote modern on Western so-called standard, right?
yeah.
So, for Ghana, it's Accra. For you know, Tanzania is Dar es Salaam, right? You know what I mean? You know, for Nigeria is Lagos. For South Africa is Johannesburg. You know what I mean? Um, you know, for trying to remember the where it was in Libya. No, it started with a T. It's slipping me. But everyone got,
Yeah,
you
everybody.
know,
Yeah,
everyone got one. Casablanca, if you're talking Morocco, you know. So yeah, that's something to definitely keep in mind. But when you start to go out into the country areas, right? The rural areas, um, or some cities that are not, that are a little more rural, not, not necessarily that they don't have a metropolitan area, but they have a lot more countryside and stuff than Accra, right? For instance, like if you talk Ghana, when you start going to the rural areas, then you start seeing a lot of the same issues, right? So electricity
mm,
issues, plumbing, or irrigation, issues, the need for certain things to be built, whether it's like a well, or some channels for running water, solar panels for electricity,
mm.
uh, you know, a clinic, a library, a computer lab. You know what I'm saying? I have a brother from who's Tanzanian, right? And he lives here in the States. He lives in DC, and he sends like one of the big shipping containers, right?
Yeah,
He sends like shipping containers of stuff to Tanzania every month. He sends everything from computers to iPads, all kinds of stuff. He'll buy them wholesale, like as a lot from some of these like government auction sites, or
mm,
shop Goodwill, or what I mean, whatever it is. And he fixes them if they need to be
mm.
fixed. Sends them, you know by the container, right? um
Damn.
you know that's something, something we can do.
Now, yeah,
Yeah, something we can do for
I'm
sure.
trying to think now. Like I was trying to think, like what would be good skills to learn and stuff. Like one, because I want to like build something that's like sustainable on its own. You know what I'm saying? Like what could we do? Like say we do like, a school or whatever. When we get to do entertainment, right? Build a situation that's fun for them to have fun with, whatever, whatever. Which
Mm.
they have their own fun. That's not like a thing, whatever. But say like like in India, they got the telemarketer thing, or what could we build and set up that it could be a business, like what I'm saying, like I study like a lot of like Dr. Claude Anderson, and he talks about like trade deficit. So
Mm.
like I think the game is like even when we say black business, right? Say if I had a company, say I sell water or whatever, right? I say there's black owned water, support it, support it. It's cool for our people to buy it and stuff, right? But the real trick is get this black owned water company in the white area, take their money. Like what I'm saying? Like and then we use it like the resource, the money that from them and build what we gotta build. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the real like it's good to kind of get the foundation of your people to support it to get to a level. But the way you really pimp it is like you can't create a trade deficit. We have to like take their money, get from the like we have to like the money is transferred. It's not just created. It's like we have to go like we have to create a service that they like. Say we had a restaurant, if we have it even in a black neighborhood, but all the whites from their part of town come over and
Mhm.
give you their money and to go back home, that's when you really win it. You know what I'm saying? The same way when we go buy Gucci and this and that, like we working not we working we using hours to make money. Go buy Gucci and Louis and blah blah blah, and go back home. We get the clothes, but they get our cash and they go build. They don't do nothing in our community. Like it doesn't go back. It doesn't go in a circle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying we do that reverse, like, but to them. You know what I'm saying? Like take, we need their money kind of thing. So I'm like, what can we do? Like, if we go to say the Aswan build something, I don't know, telemarketing, uh, something,
The call center, you mean? That's
call,
a
yeah, call center,
yeah.
something where like in America, like, and I'm saying white, but see, well, we use it in America, and they just cash it in. You know what I'm saying? Like it is, because if they're just doing it for their own, if they're just getting money from their own community, it's gonna kind of bounce. It's gonna be like it's right here. It's not gonna really explode super crazy. But if they getting that, if they're getting money from America money, one, the
Mhm.
money's worth more, and
Yeah.
it's not technically their community. You know what I'm saying? They're just taking the cash and using their service. I think that's where they, like, they could really blow up, kind of thing. Some think of things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, some okay, so when I
We'll use it because it's probably cheaper. You see what I'm saying? It's competitive.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's like the whole trade off. Like,
Yeah, it's about what I guess the West finds value in from
everything,
dealing with well, yeah, there's that.
food, natural resources, mineral, like everything. We don't create nothing over here.
Right. So see, look, this is the issue. Okay. So
Coltan.
when you go over there, you can go some places and you don't see a white face, period. You know what I'm saying? And so we start talking about international trade and import, selling imports and things of that nature. So some of the or right, the tourism, right, get involved in tourism, getting certain
Yeah,
parts of the country
yeah,
that
tourism is, yeah.
necessarily known for tourism. Like, it's one of the reasons why I always bring people to the village and we stay in the village and you meet the elders in the village. And you know what I mean? It's like, all the other companies, even the black companies, right? Even the Pan African companies, right?
Mm-hmm.
That go over there, they even if they don't stay in the village, even if they do visit the village, right? They might go on a particular day and take people to the village for like an hour or so before they get back on the boat and go back to the Hilton, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not doing that. We take you there to spend money in the Nubian guest house in the village. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Shop at the marketplaces in the village. And then once you get there, you go, in establishing a relationship with the people there, they begin to tell you, about their problems, right? What it is that they need. We need a library. We need, computer lab.
Mm.
We want to, like, one conversation we had, this, I want to say maybe December 2018. Um, you know, they were talking about the need for, so there's a project that my elder it has where he's trying to um basically the Nubian language is dying out because all of the youth are, same problem like for
Yeah,
like
they're growing out of it.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they go out of it, they move to the big city or they move out of the country, they go to school out of the country, whatever. And there's nobody for the elders to teach the Nubian language to because they're kind of put in a position socially and economically to where they have to learn Arabic. They have to learn
Ah, yeah.
English, they have to learn German and Mandarin and all of these things. And so the elder had an idea for um the creation of like a keyboard, like a multilingual keyboard that would have, let's say, the Nubian script as far as
Mm.
like the alphabets, right? And the maybe the Arabic or the English or all three on the key, right? On the
Mm-hmm.
keys to where they could actually learn the language that way and could type in the Nubian script and whatnot, right? And he was basically trying to figure out a way to get that particular keyboard made. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
yeah, the brother that was with me, um, he say he kind of knew a way it could be done, but he hasn't had the opportunity to get back over there just yet. But these are like the conversations. One elder, he got his house is a museum, right, on Elephantine Island.
Mm.
And what I mean by that is, he's a collector. He has all of the old stuff, right? All of the stuff is in this man's house, and he said he would like to build uh maybe another floor or two onto his house to turn it into a museum. Like he wants his house to actually be a museum where folk can actually come in and
Yeah.
you know have that experience. I mean, like he already is kind of on it because when you walk in the door, you got to hold a crocodile, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, and whatnot. So it's it's dope, right? It's dope, but they have these things, but that's what I'm gonna say. Establishing a relationship with the people and really the tourism thing I think is like a very, very big thing. And then outside of that, it would be setting up like for instance, okay, how you got people that start, let's say over here, right? People start a business where they're selling supplements. Let's say they're selling moringa tea or they're
There
selling,
we go. Yeah. That's
you
what
know
I'm
what I
about to do.
mean? You know what I'm saying? Selling stuff like that.
The
And
what's that flower I was asking you about?
which one?
The red one.
Oh, hibiscus.
There
Yeah,
we go.
yeah,
There we go.
yeah. Right. This is, you know what I mean? Like
There we go.
the hibiscus,
There we
you know what I'm saying?
go.
The Egyptian mint, right? All
There
these
we
things,
go. Let's do
setting up,
let's do that right now.
it's nothing.
You familiar with Shaka? What's the dude name? I buy the sea moss from this dude every month.
Oh,
Shaka.
okay. No, I don't.
What's his dude name? I'm gonna show you right now. Um Go to his Instagram. Let me see. Shaka bars.
Okay.
You ever
Yeah,
heard of
I
him?
see. Just the name.
I'm a, he has his website. I the copy URL. He has a website called Fruits and Roots. It's actually down right now because I don't think he could get he's not able to get fruit or whatever right now for some reason. But let me see. I'm gonna text it to you. He has he basically does this and he uses his Instagram and when he travels, he kind of he's like it's like a live commercial. Like he'll go to like these different countries in the Caribbean, Africa, South America,
Mhm.
and he'll be like where they farm sea moss, and he'll be like showing you how he gets it, whatever. And then, but on he has the website. He has a website called Fruits and Roots. Sea moss very inexpensive from compared to everybody else, and it had everything bananas, but
Yeah.
like not basically like not the average American shit. It's like the bananas is like those real bananas, like you know what I'm saying, like from the Congo and shit like that, whatever.
Mhm.
Um, cocoa, like Ghana, right? Like
Mhm.
they sell the 90% of the world's cocoa. Like we can go to Ghana, yo, who what a cocoa like, and like there's another website called Miami Fruit. They do the same thing.
Mhm.
I think it's white people who do it though. At least
Mhm.
from the voice on the commercial. I don't know if it's really them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know who really owns it. I'm just saying.
I mean, it might be code switching. You don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I don't. That's why I said I don't know. And they got these. but they
All right.
very
Sorry
expensive.
to bother you.
Yeah, no, 100%. And they kind of basically do the same thing, but on a global scale. Like if you want like some Cuban red bananas,
Yeah.
like you can't like you never seen before. Like they got everything, but it's very expensive though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But they got the cocoa, the um, all every like fruit, like some all
Yeah.
the exotic stuff. But we kind of could do like something similar where each country has a their own main exports. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that could be a thing where like we just touchdown, connect, and we could just do it from the website, promote it on this channel, like something simple like that. So it's not even a hard thing. And we the things we say we build and say we go build a factory or the school or whatever it is. That could be the place where some of the things are even manufactured and made. You know what I'm saying? Get the little plastic bags, stuff the little biscuit, like boom, 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 like
Yeah.
kind of set up shop, something like
Yeah.
that, whatever. So,
Yeah.
that could be a thing. We could have
Yeah.
a whole operation,
Yeah.
and we
I
market it.
try to bring folk. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying that we could like we could market it over here, and that whole circle thing, that whole, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See,
Kind of,
that's the thing, right? I try to bring folk over there, and even before, ahead of time, try to get them, okay, a little business minded, because there are opportunities like that. Um, you know, One sister had an opportunity for teas. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was going to start her own brand of teas, and so I brought her couple kilos
mm,
of hibiscus and a couple kilos of the mint and a couple kilos of the Nubian coffee, right? And basically, I don't know if she, followed through, but she was gonna shop it to like some of the, you have these eclectic coffee houses
yeah,
and whatnot, right? The hippie joints, what I'm saying? You go in there, they might be smoking hookah, drinking coffee, doing spoken word or whatever, right? Um, but she was gonna shop it to these spots, and if they wanted to do business, basically she will become like they will buy her brand,
mm,
right? That she would sell to them. She would bag the stuff up, put it in the into the bags, put it into the boxes. They have, she was on Alibaba looking at how she can get, X amount of tea boxes, X amount of tea bags, get the designs printed on it, this, that, and the third, and sell it to them. Like, here's a good example. I remember they had a brand of hibiscus tea at Whole Foods called Nile Valley Hibiscus Tea.
what?
Yeah, right. And it was like $11 for a box of that Nile Valley Hibiscus Tea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now in this box you might have 10 tea bags. So essentially, you're paying a little more than $1
Yeah,
per tea bag. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
They're gonna charge you. Same thing. Shea butter,
All of that. Yo,
the black soap, and like that's super big. You go to CVS or Target, you be like, yeah,
yeah.
they do their version of it.
Shit, Walmart sells shea butter right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so I don't even like to say mainstream. It's they on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we've been doing that stuff, and yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's
Yo, so this
but
$10 or $11 tea box, $7 for the whole kilogram.
I'm gonna show you something right now. Hold on. I'll show you something. This right here. Got the- Hold on.
Okay.
Black seed
Black
oil.
seed oil. Yes, sir.
All right, it's this channel I watch. My dude, what's his name? Something Radar Plus. He the best black seed oil YouTube channel ever. He literally um tried out every product in the world. And he does his reviews and he goes to the factories and all crazy stuff. He basically said this is the number one, right? Pretty expensive though, I ain't gonna lie. This is how much was this one? I think this is like 40, 30. It was kind of expensive. But he broke it down why it was the best, whatever, this and that. I had another one that was a little cheaper. That one's like the best one.
Mm.
Cool. So the dude's from New York actually too. It's mad cool. So they delivered it, and the best black seed comes from Ethiopia.
Mm.
Um, for whatever those seeds are number one. So
Okay.
it's a channel. This so BioNato is the number one company. No disrespect to the guy, whatever. I don't think I'm not sure if he's black, right? Um, he's killing them with the Ethiopian black seed oil,
Mm.
right? And I asked the dude because he kind of helped market it, whatever, which is cool. And I was like, yo, why not? I think I don't know if it went out. Did I go to Egypt yet? I'm not sure if I did or whatever, but I think I kind of mentioned it to him. Either I went or I was going. I was like, why not? Let's go to Ethiopia and what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, he don't want to do all the work. He just want like this guy does it. He tests it out. It happened to be the fire, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever. Whatever. He was like, he's not into packaging the. He didn't want to get into that, whatever. But so like it comes from Ethiopia. We gotta go to Ethiopia too. I'm
Yeah.
like, we should own like yeah, I don't want to sit here in the laboratory and do it myself, but I'm pretty sure somebody over there has to have that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like somebody has
Have,
to be doing
have
it.
what you mean?
Black seed oil.
Yeah. Yeah. You well, of course they got it, right? But you mean in terms of so I mean, what they don't have mostly, right, is you know,
Factories.
the factories. And they don't know, like, of course, the big city has the factories, but you want to go to the country where the big cities get it from. You see what I'm saying? You want to go to the country. You want to go to the rural areas. You want to deal with the villages, right? And cut your deal with them. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And because all they know how to do is to put that shit in big bags and take it to DHL, right? And they know how to get it to you, but they don't know how
Process.
to process it, to sell it, right? To get it on, what I'm saying, to get it, on
Market.
Amazon or whatever.
Market.
Yeah, to market it and all of that, right? So, um, the way I always looked at it was like, okay, entering into a partnership with them in the sense of, okay, you know, I get the teas, I get the coffee, I get the, Matt, one of the other things we was looking at doing, we was dealing with like hookahs, right? The hookah pipes. Had a couple folk that were interested in actually starting, like opening up their own hookah lounge. And let's say, you might pay, let's say $100, right? For a nice hookah pipe. Over there, you can get it for maybe like $17 per pipe, per hookah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That type of thing to where, you know, you can get yourself started in business real quick if you go over there with it on your mind. And
We
yeah,
gotta
just
figure
make
that out.
friends. you
We gotta
know
figure that out. We're gonna figure that out. We gonna figure that out. So definitely on the hook up with the lady you was talking about, helping her out, doing some business, whether it's real estate, Definitely some trade. Oh, matter of fact, let me see. I was looking. Let me run down this list real quick. I just put together. I just googled it real quick. The top 10 exports from Egypt. Number one, oil. Number two, gems and precious metals.
Hmm.
We can get into that. That's kind of sells itself, right? Hook up with some people who do it, be the middle person, whatever.
That's
Plastics,
that's the how you say as far as the gold and stuff. Military got that.
military guy.
Military, how you say, come on, bro, where we stopped, and
That's in Egypt though. In Egypt,
yeah, right,
other
right.
countries are a little bit more loose.
Ghana, oh, that's a different ball game. It's open.
My friend, I think she lives in Kenya. Well, she's from I think Kenya. She was telling me like her sisters over there. They literally go in the backyard and just dig it out the ground.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, what are you talking about? She was like, it was. I tell the story all the time. She was
I mean, look at the
she
yeah,
was like she wanted to buy like a necklace for like her niece or somebody, something like that. And she was like, oh, tell me how much I send the gold over and you get it made. And she told me the story. I'm sitting there like, wait, what did you just, what are you talking about? What you say? Like, you don't think that it doesn't sound normal to me. I'm like, why is she gonna send you to go? Like, what do you mean? Like, why don't you just buy the bracelet or whatever it was, right?
yeah,
She's like, no, in my village, they'll ship the gold over. I'm like, you got gold? Like, you live in the hood with me. What you mean you got gold? Like, she's like, nah, they outside they just go in the backyard and just. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah. And like, how are y'all still poor?
yeah,
She's like, we don't control. I'm like, whoa, like it is crazy. Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
but yeah, so it's real like that. This crazy.
That's real. You know what I mean? Like it's it's a thing. Gold is one of those things. Like, okay, you can go and
And I buy gold. Look at this right here. I think I showed you before. My little silver.
okay,
My daughter's right here. You know what I'm saying? Just straight 1 ounce bars of silver. You know what I'm saying? Got the little silver popping.
okay, okay.
I'm saying these are 1 ounce bars each joint right here.
Raise
Each
your hand
bar,
up a little bit.
huh?
There you go.
These are
Okay,
actually Lego bars for my daughter. They actually
made of silver.
pure silver. Look
Dope.
right here. I'm gonna show you right here. This is not polished, but look, 1 troy ounce of silver
Hmm.
that I paid in America, American company, which probably got it from an African country somewhere. I got this from Atmex. This is a half an ounce, and these are the full ounce. So this is all I try to do is buy my kids assets. So when she playing with her Legos, see what I'm saying? When she playing with her Legos, or you out there buying them plastic Legos for your
Uh-oh.
kids, you know what I'm saying? We stacking, we stacking, brick by brick. Stop playing.
Uh-oh.
Each one of these is $25.
I say my eye is the twinkle, the goodness,
You see that? You see that? Each one of these is $25 right
the
here. Light work.
bling.
You know what I'm saying? I got a few more. I got some more.
Want to
Yeah.
tell, yes, sir.
Yeah. Then we got, I bought some. This is some other molds I got right here. Just gotta get used to these right here.
Okay.
Got my boy Haru right there, I think.
Fire.
Back joint. You know what I'm saying? This is right here. How much is this right here? This is a 3 ounce piece. This is 3 ounces.
Mm.
So I got gold, platinum. Look, another little bull, little
Mm.
whatever. So I do the precious metals. What else I got? where my silver at? Oh, this right here. I ain't opened up the package yet. That's platinum.
Mm.
I had to, but it's funny because platinum's actually cheaper than gold. So,
Yeah,
like, me being a '90s nigga, I had to, had to,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's like,
Thought platinum was, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah. You paid. Yeah, yeah. That shit was a trip. That shit was a trip.
It's actually cheaper than gold, but I still had to buy it just because it's like I'm going to like hip hop made me do it.
Oh shit.
So I do the precious metals, you know what I'm saying? I'm into that, you know what I'm saying? And I buy all the time, at least every birthday, I buy like a little something, something.
Mm.
Yeah, I want to try to create some kind of trade we could do um where we help out and we get, we kind of also Egypt, I think they're known for like the tangerine, something like that.
Yeah,
I think.
you
Kind
know,
of, is that like the
tangerine, dates,
dates?
uh, you know, watermelon.
Cause I see like a lot of it's like when we was on a boat, there was a lot of tangerines.
Hmm.
Is there a country called Tangier?
Sounds familiar, yeah.
'Cause I think that's where the tangerine come from. I think I was researching it. I think that's like it's actually native to I think that place. I got to
Where is that? Tangier.
Tangier. I think that's where tangerine comes from. Like the first in America, we say orange, but there's like different types of oranges, whatever. But the original orange is the tangerine, from what I've researched, and
Ah,
it
that's
comes
Morocco.
from Morocco.
Yeah, Tangier is in Morocco.
I think that's where it comes from.
Hmm. Hmm. Ain't that something?
Mhm.
Say, ain't that something? The more you know.
Yeah, I love the research. I love the research. What they say about it.
Yeah, I say, Tangier or the tangerine is named after
Yeah, yeah.
Tangier, Morocco.
See?
Yep.
And all those other quote unquote oranges come from that. That's like
Hmm.
they're like I don't know if we call hybrid or whatever, but they all that's like the tree. Like that's the first one. And every other type of navel orange and this and the blah blah blah. The tangerine is the OG.
Hmm.
Thank you, Africa. Not Florida. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let me hit this list up real quick. All right. So after the plastics, whatever, electrical machinery, whatever. Number 5, fruits, nuts. Okay. Number 6, fertilizers. We're not gonna do that. Number 7, vegetables. I don't see that. Number 8, clothing, accessories. I do like the whole Egyptian cotton because that's like
Yeah, that's what I want to say. The fabric,
the fabric.
fabric
Yeah,
dyes.
yeah. So we
Right.
could get into that. Then it says iron and steel. We're not gonna get into that. Number 10, perfume. Maybe we
Yeah,
can get
it's easy.
into that. You know what I'm saying? Like and it's like all that kind of stuff. Cause even when we went over there, that was some of the places we went to and things like that, whatever.
Hmm.
But yeah, we definitely do some more business. But to switch it to another topic real quick, so we won't be here too long. When is let me see. Oh, here we go. You you still planning a trip for um I guess this summer or what's your next plans or whatever?
Yeah. I say got a trip coming up in the summer. We did push it back though. It's pushed back a month, you
Okay.
know. So the date on it, I haven't updated it on the website, but you can take this date here to the bank for sure, for sure.
What's the date right now?
Okay.
If you want to go to Africa, if you want to go to Egypt with the brother Bano,
Yeah, we're going it's gonna be the 15th of August. August 15th to the 30th.
okay, okay. August 15th to the 30th. If you want to go to Egypt, highlight my brother Bano, comment in the section.
Two
Um,
weeks.
2 whole weeks. That's a trip.
Yeah,
What did we
two
do
weeks.
last time? I think I did. We did 10 days. How long did we go?
That's 7 days.
7 days.
Yeah, 7 days, right?
7 days. Yeah.
2 weeks, right? We're doing 2 weeks, and shit, I say you get we going from Cairo all the way down to Abu Simbel. It's gonna be crazy.
Whew.
Crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Nice, nice, nice. Okay, okay, okay. Let's get into the Saga City book. Any updates you want to talk about? Any things you want to go over? We got the
Let's talk about that you know, talk about this voice, this introduction in the
okay.
prologue, who's talking and why and all of that.
All right, bet. Let's get into that.
You know, you know, one of the things remember when we was working on it, you know, some of the feedback that we received was like a shift or a change in the voice between the prologue and maybe like the first part of the prologue and maybe like the second part of the prologue or something like that, right? But it was we were talking about how I guess the language of the initial episode was considered to be advanced or proficient, or prolific or whatever, right? Exquisite, right?
Yep.
Think the words was like collegiate or something like that that was used, right? And
Yeah, yeah.
you know, it's deep, right? It's talking about cosmology. I was there, at the beginning with a colorless, odorless, blah 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 blah, right? Void, filled, the XYZ, and you know, um, it's like, okay, who is this talking? When he was there at the beginning of the universe, right? Like talking about the beginning of the universe, the beginning of time. He was there before time, right? Um, and why you talking the way that you're talking? Why is the language? Why are these words, etc. Right? So, as the episode and the dialogue progresses, we learn that it's a deity or a figure by the name of Tahuti
Mm-hmm.
that is talking, right?
Yeah.
And Tahuti, the Greeks, right, gave him the name Thought, not Thought, right? You know, not Thought, right? Okay,
that
gave him the name Thought, and you know, some folks say this is where we actually get the word thought
thought from.
from, right? Because he was, in some instances considered to be the mind of the creator, right? Um, he's the one in Kemetic cosmology that is responsible for bringing language, inventing writing, right?
Hmm.
He's the one who distinguishes one language or tongue from another. right? Um, the Greeks call him Thought as well as Hermes, right?
That's the Greeks or Romans?
The Greeks, yeah, the
The Greeks.
Greeks,
Oh yeah, Hermes. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, they call him Hermes, and in Islam he's Idris, right? In Hebraic, Judeo, uh, traditions, he's Enoch, right?
yeah.
But it's the same figure
Mm-hmm.
across these cultures and traditions that's considered to be the divine scribe, the witness, right, who keeps a record of time, right, a record of an individual's lifetime and their deeds, right? Um, Taught language or invented language and taught it to man, etc., so on, and that's part of the reason why he's associated also with not just language, scribes, mathematics, science, medicine, and the whatnot, right?
Yeah.
And teaching and teachers and philosophers and all of these things, right? So um
Perfect for narration.
perfect for narrow, what I mean, the divine scribe, the witness, the one that's there watching everything and keeping a record. He's seen it all, he's heard it all, you know what I'm saying?
Perfect.
Perfect for narration. He his mind is faster than any supercomputer, right?
Mm.
So um that's why the language, that's why the it sounds the way that it sounds. And yeah, he's that's one of my favorite deities right there, you know what I'm saying? That's one of my favorite
He's
deities.
right there in the logo. If you look up to the left of the screen or the right of the screen,
Yes,
I'm not sure
sir.
what pops up, but yeah, that's Tahuti or Jehudi. How are we pronouncing that?
Either or,
Either
right?
or, tomato, tomato.
Yeah, 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 definitely in that case, right?
Um. Okay, so I love that concept. I love that how we had that in the story with the narrator, Tahuti. Um, like you said, he kind of breaks through time and even I'm not gonna give too much away, but just how he flows through the story, through the through time in the story too. Like not just from present day to the other story. Like I'm getting better with even like writing where then his voice and kind of going in and out like
Yeah,
with
yeah,
everybody with other characters. Um, and it's dope. It's pretty brilliant to use him as a narrator, and I like it where like when I'm writing, I like to read a few other books that's similar to kind of get like a vibe or to make sure to kind of get into that zone and just to have like these I don't want to say real characters. I say historical figures
mhm,
um and not just a made up thing. It just gives it more like I write with more confidence. You know what I'm saying? Where like I get to do the research. Like I was working on a, a piece of a story with Sobekutep,
mhm.
and there's this information on these people. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's not just this random whatever. It's like
Yeah,
no, like this
yeah,
like these people said things that's written down, like you know what I'm saying, and did things and were places. Oh, they were here, not here. They said
yeah,
this, not that, and it helps you guide you with the right. Like it's so it's so helpful. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely the big bro Tahuti narration. Um, do you feel it's important to have a historical figure or versus making up something um for a narrator? What was your opinion on that?
well, I think that it really always depends on the type of right writing that we're doing, right? The type of genre that you're dealing with. For something like this, um, I think that to treat when you're dealing with historical fiction and you're dealing with like cosmologies, right?
Mm.
Um, you're dealing with, you know, this is what we are calling historical fiction, but it's infused with so much of
Oh,
the
yeah.
cosmologies and the traditions, and because these are actual ancestors and things of that nature, um, you know, it should also be treated with a certain degree of respect, right, and
Yeah.
acknowledgement, because like when writing these things, like it's infused with so much of the culture that it could one day be considered divinely inspired or biblical. Like
Mm.
somebody could look at, like, how do we know that the Bible is historical fiction? It is.
100%.
It's historical fiction that has cosmology infused into it, and there's figures in there that there are figures in there that existed, and then there are figures in there that probably didn't exist,
Mm-hmm.
but it's infused with the you know philosophies and social political agendas of the people, right? That that brought it, or whatever that it pertained to.
Yeah.
And in that sense, it's treated with respect. Same thing, for the Quran. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So, like, literally, I think that it's proper, because we're dealing with a culture, we're dealing with spiritual traditions, and things of that nature, that we have an opportunity to bring great entertainment that is at the same time educational, and we get to do it right, to
Mm.
where it's like it's on point. It's like okay, damn, they got Tahuti narrating it, right? Versus Sam Jackson, Nick Fury.
This motherfucker.
Man, can you believe
This
this shit?
mother-
You know what I'm saying? I can't believe this.
this motherfucker Haru want to do what? Like,
You know what I'm saying? I can't believe this. Can you believe? That kind of you know, I think we got a chance, we got an opportunity to really get it right. And it's gonna be dope. It's not gonna be corny,
nah.
right? It's not gonna be stale. And it's like, for instance, there are stories that depict the deities in a humorous manner, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The contendings between Heru and Sutesh, right? Or Horus, the way that you will find is contendings of Horus and Set, right? Um, you got the deities there, like the gods are there, they talking shit at each other, right? You know what I'm saying? They fighting. It's like black folks, you know what I'm saying? They playing the dozens, you know what I'm saying? Oh, and it's dope. Um, but it still has moral value,
Yeah.
and things that you can glean from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not just this, like you said when we was in Egypt. It's not Disneyland. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's a
yeah, yeah,
respect to it. When you see yourself or something, you put respect in it. And the reason why other people don't do that is because they don't see themselves in that. That's not my people. That's not whatever, and they treat it the same way.
yeah.
Um, do you what was I gonna say? I was gonna say, oh, do you like the in the stories the what would you call it? Not third person or whatever, but the way we have like the way the story is being written, where like the narrator is kind of going through it. Like, do you like when you like this kind of story? Would you be I find it very similar to like Lord of the Rings kind of way, where they have like the narrator and then you have the conversation between characters
Right.
and it kind of goes into back. Or do you like the story where the person is like this talking kind of in their head and they're seeing everything? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
you
You
what
know, I
what
think
do
it
you feel
depends on
about
the story. I think it depends on the story, right? Like, let's say if you got a story where there's like a main star, right? Then that, like if the entire journey through the
that?
book is from that individual's perspective, then it would make
Okay,
sense that it would be in his voice
okay,
and in his head. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You know, well, you're dealing with like like this is a book of stars. Like every character um in it is big, including the main antagonist, right? Um Shit, I say, folk that's into like the Walking Dead, right? You know, you know, Negan, right, was just as big, if not bigger than Rick, right?
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? And you ended up getting like Negan's story. You see, that's one of the things I love about The Walking Dead, uh, is that each character gets like an episode dedicated to them, to where you get to learn their story and learn, you get to see them evolve and devolve and you
right.
know, yeah, you know what I mean? So even with the villain, right? And you got to see that with Negan, with some of the others, you get to see how they became and whatnot. Um, so like when you have a story like that where you really don't have just a single star, um, I think a narrator, kind of becomes okay. A voice that kind of sets the scene,
Yeah.
right? And you get to see the interaction from their perspective, right? And then it goes in and out of that, every now and then and whatnot. I think that's cool, right? But yeah, it definitely depends on the type of story.
Okay, okay. Let me see. I got some. I had a note. I wanted to. Okay, all right. I was doing some research, and I heard Waset. Does it translate to the place of power? Have you heard that before? Something like that?
It's not bad. I said that's not a bad translation because was, right? Was is a word that means, you can say power, rule, dominion. Some people even say vitality, but ultimately it has to do with like power. The staff, the was is an actual staff, a scepter. That's how you write it.
Mm,
That it resembles um your spinal cord. Like if you actually look at an image of the spinal cord, sometimes you see the unk, the jet, and the was, and what it represents is your thoracic column, right? Your sternum, your backbone, and the spinal cord. The spinal cord, that's like you know, almost like a power line
mm,
going up your back, right? That communicates the electrical signals throughout rest of your body and your movement and all of that. That has a lot to play in there. So yeah, Waset, right? The place of power, place of rulership, place of dominion, right? It's not bad, but yeah, that's accurate. That's accurate.
Okay, so with that, I think Marie has the first chapters. So if it's significant, or do you think it's significant where the first time we mention Waset, should we explain that? Should we say um that translate should we translate it like so like it's kind of like established to go forward? Like the first time you hear the word Waset, no?
I say if it be explained in the maybe it comes out in the story, in the dialogue, I think it's an artistic decision how you want it to come out. um you know you could do it and then you could not do it. Like sometimes I don't. Sometimes I like to translate it in the course of the story. Say
Yeah.
that's how it gets it. But then sometimes I like to leave it as it is. Like, yo, nah, you gonna have to deal with some of these African words, damn it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do they
Mm,
do that on the flip side of, what I'm saying? Like, only when, like, for instance, one of the ways that they was able to get Christianity rooted in Africa was they created Bibles that had names of the indigenous deity in the place of where you
mm.
might see God or and the Lord said XYZ, right? You said, and Unkuru said, right? And Nyame said, right? You know what I mean? You know,
Yeah.
and that type of thing. And you know, shoot, why not? You know what I'm saying? Make them have to, talk our shit.
Okay, okay, okay. I'm with it.
But at the same time, I'm not mad at like a glossary.
Oh no, yeah, I think the gloss would be dope. I think
Yeah,
especially with the ebook version where you click on letters and stuff, and
yeah, yeah.
we can do a lot with that. We can do a lot with that. I'm with
Yeah.
that.
How you say there are no rules. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Sounds pretty good. We're about to wrap this up. Anything you want to mention before we head out and stuff?
Man, just want to thank everybody for tuning in, yo. What I mean?
Yeah, we got a couple. We had a couple of viewers. We got one person right now on. We had some people on Facebook. Now we got somebody on Twitch. It is not showing me who they are.
Okay. Any comments on it
No
or anything?
comments. Nah, it's just showing viewership. They looking. Yeah, they just looking. They're not commenting yet.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
but yeah, maybe it's a little late right now. Well, it depends on where we at. This is kind of worldwide. But yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna keep on working until we gonna get this YouTube thing popping too. I'm gonna cut these videos up and put them on probably tomorrow. Probably I started
Okay.
doing some the other day, and actually one is up. I had to actually cut. What was it doing when I put the trailer for the joint? It flagged it. It's like, so I cut it out though. So I'm gonna see if it's ready. But
Oh, the
the
which joint was that? The
the
with the white girl.
Dumbledore,
Oh,
not
Dumbledore.
the
Okay. 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 Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
that
Interesting.
joint. I was like, hold on, I seen it and it was like, let me see.
Dumbledore.
I think it's ready. Let me see if I can copy this. Uh, shareable link. Let's see.
Ah, happy 420 to everybody. If you're on
420.
East Coast. You know what I'm saying? Or if you are further east, right, and you're celebrating, if you're celebrating, happy 420.
Uh-huh.
All right. I say I got a gift for you if you are celebrating. Check out my new song, Funk High.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, that's why you okay.
It's streaming on all major platforms. Funk High by Benu, Benu. All right, check that out.
Definitely check that out. They go to episode 2 right there. Is that the whole? Yeah, that's the joint right there. So yeah, we cooking, we cooking. All right, so let's wrap this up. To next time, we're gonna probably give a heads up of what we're gonna talk about. We did the repatriation, the first things you need for to travel to Africa. I think do you want to do the currency next week or something else? We got time to think about it.
Yeah, we can talk about the currency, um, talk about I guess how to travel. That's important,
Okay,
right?
there we go.
Knowing how to travel and how not to travel, right? How to have a great time and not get deported.
And
Or,
that's
or
real, for
you
real,
know what I'm
for
saying?
real, real nowadays too. It's
Yeah.
shout out to what's up, Brittany Griner out there in Russia. I think is she in Russia?
Yeah,
Where's
yeah,
she
yeah,
at?
yeah. Talking about the
She in Russia?
basketball player, right? Yeah, she was in Russia. Yeah.
Damn. As soon as I would have heard, I'd have been like, they doing what? I'm out. What?
I say, and see the weird thing is like, that's something I was researching. I was researching because you don't really hear, like, for instance, he's talking about Russia.
Mm-hmm.
You look back at the Berlin Conference, right? All of European doing involved in the land grab to get their piece of Africa. Russia did not participate in that. They weren't in that,
That's
right?
true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have like no thing where Russia ever
The
colonized
black
or
people.
what I'm saying? So, I was curious, like, I wanted to see what was like
Maybe because they're so far away.
yeah, well,
Are they far away? Because on the other side, they're right there by
they're not.
Alaska.
I say none of that's far. None of that's far.
Yeah, yeah, nothing. It's not. Yeah, we live on a spear. It's not. It's not. Yeah,
Well,
it's not.
look, I say I seen an image of a particular president from over yonder um, was fighting with the revolutionaries in South Africa during the anti-apartheid.
Who?
A particular president from over there, over yonder.
Where?
Yeah, I say I'll send you. I actually got the pic. I'll show it to you, right? But
I believe that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
They was talking shit about how we gotta man up and get away from that the whole European thing as well, and he's talking about Africa and pretty much the same kind of stuff. Like what I'm saying, and that's how that narrative go.
yeah, yeah.
Who else? Gaddafi.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Castro. Like you hear like a lot of, like white Hispanics be like, "Oh, Castro's a evil person." I'm like, to white people maybe, like
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
yeah. Like in
black
no way,
people,
shape, or
like
form should we
Africans
make.
love this guy. Like why? Like this matter of fact, it was a white lady who told me she was a white Cuban. Her dad was Cuban, and because being Hispanic or Cuban is not a race, it's an ethnic group. So she was white. Her dad was white, but she was Cuban, and she was trying to. We was talking about something. We was at I think my daughter's school. It was like a picnic kind of thing, and I forgot how it came up, and I had to break it down for her. I was like, "You're white. Like I'm pretty sure this guy did some bad things. he did probably the same things to do. I don't know 100%. I gotta watch some more information on that, but I'm pretty sure he would just like he did some egregious things to some egregious people who was doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we just hearing one narrative because this guy's best friend is Malcolm X and Nelson Mandela, and a bunch of Africans love this. Like, this it's too like we're just hearing one like nah. Why do all the
Yeah,
black people love this guy? Like, and why don't you know that? If you that like why you like this? It's a lot of like I don't know about that.
yeah, yeah. We should absolutely mind our business, right?
Oh,
In,
100%.
in in no way, shape, or form should we, you
No,
know,
no.
I said we haven't been treated in a way, right, ever
Even right
by these
now,
by
when you
these
see them,
motherfuckers, right?
yeah, yeah.
To where we want to make their fight our fight and their enemies our enemies.
And
Fuck that and fuck them.
even in the middle of them getting slaughtered in a war, they find a way to still be racist. It's like, hold on, the missiles coming. F you, nigga. Like, what the fuck? Like you still find a way.
You know what I mean?
Like,
So, you know,
you got missiles being thrown at you. You still like, y'all niggas, like, yeah,
yeah,
you can't help
yeah,
yourself.
yeah. If it's up, it's stuck. Fuck it.
That's crazy. Yeah, yeah, that's wild. I don't respect that. I mean, yeah.
You know
I
what I
don't,
mean? So yeah, I was trying to see how black folk that actually visited Russia was treated, right? I was researching it. And
oh,
you know, it looked interesting, right? It said, they had a great time.
I think that's gonna be relative to where, like, if it's like a tourist spot, like, I think
That's
it's
the other thing. Some folks say if they went further off in the country,
yeah,
it was a little weird, but then they say it could have been weird just because they wasn't from there, and anybody that ain't from there
yeah.
be
I
weird.
think anywhere. I think when it comes to race, you're gonna find both. You're gonna no matter like you could go to Ireland and find a cool time, and then you could be like, yo, like I think you're gonna get is this white. Whenever you have whiteness, you're gonna get it's gonna be that side that we're used to, and there's gonna be some people who's like, oh, it's a good time kind of thing, whatever. So
Yeah.
I think regardless where you at, um, that kind of thing. I see a lot of videos on YouTube being black in Japan, being black there, and it's
I
like
want to go. I want to go to Japan. Right. I'm not so.
I was about to go to China,
See. I could and could not go to
but
China. But I want
I'm
to go
not. But I'm not doing none of that no more.
at
None of it.
all,
No.
at all,
After,
ever.
after this whole, after the past year or two, not even for the COVID. Not
Oh,
no no no
oh, I'm
no.
about to say it was
No,
you.
no,
You
no.
don't want China. You
Oh,
running
oh
from a
no,
bat
no,
too for something?
no, not that had nothing to do with COVID. I don't even care about that kind of stuff. It's more like even today. Yeah, it reaffirmed me too. I was in my car, and they was like, "Oh yeah, new strain of whatever, whatever." And now I'm not scared of that. This is what I'm scared of. They was like, "Yeah, China has a mandate, and they're actually snatching you at your home." I was like, "What?" Like China is gangster. Like they little like they doing what they doing to become a world leader because they put their 100-year plan in and they stuck to it and they went from 0 to 100 and it works. At the
Mm,
same time, it's like look at the richest man in China. Like they'll shut you like they straight up. The government is a different level of we don't care like what like it's different like that. And but so that's one level. That's one reason. But then also like when the whole George Floyd and all that stuff is going down, and and the same thing with the Ukraine, the treatment of the people and the Africans were getting treated like uh, as soon as I hear that kind of stuff, I don't even want to deal with it. As soon as I hear that stuff, I'm like, I'm good.
mm.
I'm good with that. Like, you know what? I'm wasting my time. I could be it's so many other countries. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, I'm like, I wanted to go for the year of the for their New Year's and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And
Yo, okay.
I wanted to do that because I'm actually was interested in learning the Mandarin. I'm still gonna learn Mandarin, but I wanted to go rock over there, and I was like, nah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I say for me, either one of them, China, Japan, or any. It's like with Kemet. I'm in the bush. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I'm going to go in the bush. I'm going to go in the,
I'm gonna do India.
talk to the
I
man.
do, I'm gonna do India, and I do some other Asian spots too. Like I'm into the black areas, maybe
Yeah,
Philippines.
the bush. You gotta go to the bush.
Yeah, maybe I think like Filipino. What was that? I think Filipino guy. Like what's the I know Cambodia is kind of black, but like Fiji is black. That's South Pacific, Asia, whatever, whatever. But
Hmm.
even on the mainland of I think is it Filipino, like like where like wherever those African Asians, those native joints. Like I want to go to like those spots. Where, like, oh shit, like you from here, like that kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like
Like Polynesian
yeah,
islands.
that's by Fiji, Polynesia, Melanesia. They,
Uh,
they they even named it Melanesia, like just because of
yeah,
that.
yeah,
They're
yeah, yeah.
black.
There's a couple other. Was it Papua New Guinea?
Yeah, yeah. But I'm talking about even on like by China, like it's other black. You know what I'm saying? Like there's little areas where they're super black over there as well,
Hmm.
and of course
Yeah,
India and stuff like that. But yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
but all
Um,
right. Till next time, I'm gonna start sending you some. I'm working on these chapters. I'm kind of reorganizing some stuff too, where like I got like a whole new zone where some of my episodes, some of my writing in the first episode goes to the second one, so I gotta change some things around a little bit, whatever, whatever. But I'm getting together. Um, it's coming together. Probably gonna have like 6, 7 episodes. Like I got 2 arcs, and I think I got 3 episodes for each one, 3 or 4 joints. So getting better. I'm getting better with it. But yeah, we rocking, and I'm gonna put them links up in this YouTube joint, get this thing moving. Yeah, so let's do what we've been doing.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Banu. Till next time, we're gonna talk offline and make these things what we was talking about happen.
For sure, brother. That's a good word.
All right, peace. Good night.
Peace. Good night.
And the